Welcome back to English Podcast, listeners, to another exciting episode of Learning English with Celebrity Stories. I'm Jane, and my wonderful co-host, Michael. Today, we're diving deep into the life and career of one of the most influential musicians of our time, Taylor Swift.
That's right, Jane. Taylor Swift has not only taken the music industry by storm but has also made a significant impact on popular culture. From her early days in country music to her current status as a pop sensation, Taylor's journey is nothing short of remarkable. There's so much to unpack, so let's get started from the very beginning.
Absolutely. Let's start with her early life. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. From a young age, she showed a keen interest in music. She was inspired by her grandmother, a professional opera singer, and began performing at local events and fairs. It's fascinating to think about how these small beginnings paved the way for her incredible career.
Her family recognized her talent and moved to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of country music, to help her pursue her dreams. Taylor was just 14 years old when she signed a music publishing deal with Sony, TV, making her the youngest artist ever signed by the publisher. Can you imagine being so young and already making such significant strides?
It's truly impressive. Her self-titled debut album was released in 2006 when she was only 16. It was an instant hit. Songs like Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar quickly became fan favorites, establishing Taylor as a rising star in the country music scene. What's interesting is how she blended traditional country elements with a modern, youthful touch.
And what really set Taylor apart from the start was her songwriting ability. She wrote or co-wrote every song on her debut album, a practice she has continued throughout her career. Her lyrics, often inspired by personal experiences, resonated deeply with listeners, especially young people going through similar experiences.
Indeed. By the time she released her second album, Fearless, in 2008, Taylor had become a household name. Fearless included hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me, and it won 4 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year. This album really marked her first major crossover success, appealing to both country and pop audiences.
Fearless was a game-changer. It marked the beginning of Taylor's transition from country to pop. Her subsequent albums, like Speak Now and Red, showcased her versatility and willingness to experiment with different genres. Speak Now was particularly notable because she wrote every song on the album by herself, which is quite rare in the industry.
The release of 1989 in 2014 was a pivotal moment in her career. It was her first official pop album, and it featured chart-topping singles like Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood. 1989 won 3 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, making Taylor the first woman to win Album of the Year twice as a lead artist. This album solidified her status as a global pop superstar.
Taylor's ability to reinvent herself has been key to her sustained success. Albums like Reputation, Lover, Folklore, and Evermore each represent different phases of her career, both musically and personally. Reputation, for example, was a darker, more aggressive album that responded to the intense media scrutiny she faced, while Folklore and Evermore saw her exploring indie folk and alternative styles during the pandemic.
And let's not forget her advocacy and activism. Taylor has used her platform to speak out on issues such as women's empowerment and artists' rights in the music industry. Her decision to re-record her early albums after a dispute over her master's ownership is a powerful statement on artists' control over their work. The Taylor's version releases have been incredibly successful, showing her fans unwavering support.
Taylor Swift's influence extends beyond music. She's also made a mark in fashion, film, and philanthropy. Her ability to connect with fans through social media has created a loyal and passionate fanbase, known as Swifties. Taylor's openness and authenticity have made her a role model for many young people around the world.
One of the things that stands out about Taylor is her storytelling. Whether it's through her lyrics, music videos, or social media posts, She knows how to tell a story that resonates with her audience. Each of her albums tells a different story, reflecting her personal growth and experiences.
That's a great point, Jane. Take, for instance, her album, Lover. It's a vibrant, colorful celebration of love, in all its forms, quite a contrast from the darker tones of Reputation. It includes songs like Me and You Need to Calm Down, which promote self-love and acceptance.
And then there's Folklore and Evermore, which are more introspective and narrative-driven. These albums were surprise releases during the COVID-19 pandemic and showcase Taylor's ability to pivot and create something completely different. Collaborating with artists like Aaron Dessner of The National and Bon Iver, she crafted beautiful, melancholic songs that explored fictional characters and stories.
Taylor's adaptability and willingness to take risks are truly remarkable. She's not afraid to step out of her comfort zone and try new things. This has allowed her to stay relevant and continue to grow as an artist.
Looking ahead, it's clear that Taylor Swift's legacy will continue to grow. Her impact on the music industry and popular culture is undeniable. She's a trailblazer who has set new standards for what it means to be a successful artist in the modern era.
Absolutely. Whether it's through her music, her advocacy, or her connection with fans, Taylor Swift continues to inspire and influence people around the world. We can't wait to see what she does next.
That's all for today's episode, folks. Indeed, Taylor Swift's impact on music and culture is undeniable. Now, we want to hear from you, our listeners. Who would you like us to feature in our next episode of Learning English with Celebrity Stories? Is there another celebrity whose story you're eager to hear? Or perhaps you have thoughts and reflections on Taylor Swift's journey that you'd like to share with us. We love hearing from you and can't wait to continue this exploration of pop culture with you. Until next time, stay tuned and keep exploring the fascinating lives of our favorite icons. Thanks for listening to Learning English with Celebrity Stories on English Podcast Channel. See you soon.